Hello, who's ever there? I just decided on a Friday night kind of chit chat. So if you'd like to talk, come on in. If not, you can just stay in the background. Hello. Have my usual lurkers, I see. I'm ready anytime you are. Hi, Violet. How are you? It's good to see you here. It's Friday night. Didn't know if anyone would come on, but I just thought I'd come on for a little bit. Hi, Nancy. Good to see you. I've been sewing today, and then I went to Savers and brought a bunch of stuff I didn't need anymore. And tried not to come home with very much, but I did buy a few pieces of fabric. I think I'm addicted to fabric. What's everybody been doing after Christmas and New Year's? Are we all just kind of tired? Resting, yeah. Yeah, I kind of had to force myself. I really haven't felt that ambitious, but I'm going to start my sewing DIYs in a day or two, so I'm trying to get set up. If I don't start them Sunday, or I'll start them Monday. I'm setting up an area in my apartment that I can do my DIYs, which I'm going to do on sewing and my jewelry art. Oh, you're a first-time great aunt? Oh, congratulations. That is wonderful. And what is it, girl or boy? That is fun when there's a new baby. A little girl. Oh, how neat. What is her name? Reagan Lynn Yates. Wow, that's pretty. That is really pretty. It's so much fun. I mean, we love boys too, but it is fun with girls. There's so many cutesy stuff out there, little dresses and things that you can buy or make if you sew. They do have some cute little boy clothes too. I used to, years and years ago, I used to sew clothes for my daughter. You can add all the ruffles and the pretty things. And this month, I always try to spend January trying to clean up, put Christmas things away, go through papers, shred papers. To me, January is kind of a cleanup month. So that's what I've been doing. And like I said, setting up my sewing area. Yeah, they do have some beautiful little girl clothes. You know, and my granddaughter, I think, even when she was little, I think clothes were her favorite, even more than toys. And she's 10 now, and she loves to dress. I'll show you the project this is for Lydia that I made today. So my anything bag or makeup bag, and it has a owl charm on it. It has a red lining to show you. I stuffed it because it keeps it nice. And then I put a lining. So that was one of the things I finished up today. So I can ship this out to her Monday. And this was just a gift to her. She made me a ring, so I decided to make her a little bag. Anyway, I love making those, and I'm going to make a lot more and have another pop-up sale, hopefully in a couple of weeks. And how have you been, Nancy? I haven't seen you for a while. We have 6 people in here and only 2 talking. Or 8 now. Are you guys shy? Could sew anything. You know, I can sew anything with the sewing machine, but I don't like my hand sewing. Hi, Leslie. Good to see you. I don't like my hand sewing. You know, and I know all the different stitches. I just don't like it. So I do sew everything on the machine. And my little bags, see, I quilt them. I don't know if you can see, but they're all quilted. Yeah. I love to sew, as people who know me know that. Do you have a nice Christmas and New Year, Leslie? I said January is kind of, I don't know, for so many people, just kind of a letdown month. We're tired from the holiday, and um, I just kind of try to do a lot of cleaning in January. But I am going to start my DIY, so trying to get set up for that. Quiet. I think everybody's tired. And just realized a couple days ago, this year is leap year, so we have 29 days in February. How about that? I'm doing good, thanks. Love the bag you made. Learned to sew in grade school. So did I, Nancy, way back when we had sewing and cooking classes. Yes, I remember we had home ec. I started sewing probably in the fourth or fifth grade. I don't know if you remember the 4-H club. I don't even know if it still exists, but I had took sewing and cooking. So I started way back there, and then home ec in high school, and we had sewing and cooking, and we also had 1/4 of knitting and crocheting, and I think I flopped at that. Never liked to knit or crochet, and I was not good at it. Oh, I bet you can. Some people get stressed because they want it to be perfect, and it's not always going to be perfect. And sometimes there's a lot of new techniques out. On my DIYs, I'm going to start very slowly because there's been some requests for people who are really beginner sewers. So my first DIY is going to be show how to make these, but I am going to start at the very beginning to the supplies you need, to measurements, to how I cut, how I apply the zipper. And I'm going to try to make them very simple because I watch a lot of DIYs, but some of them they make it complicated and people get stressed. Even when you cut, if it's not perfect, you can always trim it after. Hi, Sandra. It's not like when you're sewing clothes, but when you're sewing like tote bags or makeup bags or some of those things, there's a little room to trim if it's not perfect when you're cutting it. So I'm going to try to make it hopefully fun but easy to watch. How are you, Sandra? Do you have nice holidays? I'm sure everyone's probably glad they're over, although I so enjoy my Christmas decorations. But I got everything put away, and I even managed to get rid of 2 bags today to Savers. When you live in a small place, you can't really just accumulate stuff that you don't use or need or want. So, and I was pretty good down at Savers. I only bought a couple things. I do go down there and look. Sometimes I find brand new sewing items, batting and fabric, and so that's what I always look for. And today I went on the Porch Church auction, and I was going to be good, but I ended up buying a couple things. Casey had an auction today. Do you know my weakness is statement necklaces and rings? That is my weakness. And fabric. I know Sandy's on right now, but I can't afford her things. She has some nice things, but I can't afford the prices. Sometimes I go on there for a few minutes, but So does anyone have any news to share? Oh, that's wonderful, Sandra. Yeah, spending it with your children. You know, my son only lives 6 miles away, so, and I do work for him. So I used to work 5 days a week. Now I'm down to working 3 days a week. Buffering, on my end, it isn't. It's real clear. If it's buffering, why don't you go out and then come back in? Sometimes that helps. Is it buffering for anyone else? I know once in a while, when I'm watching a live or, you know, even a video, if it's buffers, I just go out and then go back in, and it's usually okay. Good. So it just must be Sandra's sin. I'll be in. Hmm. Did anyone travel a long ways for Christmas? Oh, it's usually kind of hectic if you're flying or the weather's severe, no matter where you go. I'm in Southern California, so the weather has actually been pretty good. Little cool. Hi, Moonstone Mamas. I can't wait to get all my rings I bought from you. That is exciting. Oh, with fur babies? Oh, how many fur babies do you have? Yeah, that was a great deal for those rings. 50 rings. Wow. I am totally excited. Well, you have 3 fur babies. Oh, how neat. I miss mine. She died 10 years ago. It was a little Shih Tzu named Nutmeg. And I live in a small apartment now, so, and my family, they have a dog and a cat. So, and I'm over there all the time. So I probably will never get another one, but I do miss her. Yeah, I enjoy YouTube too. I'm getting ready for my DIYs and my sewing, and then I'm going to do some jewelry art. And so that's what I'm getting my area set up in my apartment so I can do that. So I hope if I don't get it started by Sunday, I'll start it on Monday. And once I get started, I'm going to try to do um, several a week, and do it slow so you can learn one process, and then you can watch another video for another step. And so I've had requests from people who have not sewn. Oh, thank you. I enjoy your auctions with Jennifer. You always have such neat things. I got Jennifer's today and it was packed so nice. I was really pleased. Really, really pleased. Yes, Jennifer and John. John is such a character. I swear. I think he makes us all laugh. I still think John and Ken ought to get together and do an auction or something. That would be hilarious. I think we would laugh so hard. And I think that's what makes the auctions fun. It's when you can laugh and not be so serious. It's just really neat. But you know, I was saying a little bit ago, I have a weakness for statement necklaces and rings. That's my weakness. And yet now, you know, I said I wasn't going to do any more jewelry pop-ups unless I have a really several people that would like me to do one. I won't do any more. I will sell stuff on eBay, but I just felt like they were a lot of work for what I was selling for the, you know, the small amount. Oh, hi, Miss Chris, my Southern California friend, and great customers, but she is my friend too. You know, I probably will. Like I said, if I get enough requests. Yeah, I love rings and statement pieces. Now tonight I didn't dress up for the live, but you know, I always wear one of my statement pieces or a lot of jewelry when I'm doing a video. Chris, did you like the last jewelry order you got from me? Thank you. Hi, Dawn. Good to see you. I didn't know how many would be around tonight, but I thought I'd stop in and say hello. I should be working. I've been setting up for my DIYs, but I decided I needed to chit chat. Oh, you're welcome, Chris. It's neat you live in Southern California because you can get your orders really fast. I am so glad you guys stopped by tonight. Yeah, yeah, it's really fast. Yeah, you live in a neat area too. Oh, good night, Nancy. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. Oh, that's right. You are in in California. Thank you, Sandra. I so appreciate that. I do my best. I try really hard to send out everything nice. Yeah, you live on the coast. Yeah, I think we love jewelry, don't we? I was also thinking about doing a video on my favorite statement pieces since I've accumulated so many. I've parted with a few, but you should see me when I'm looking at them. It's like sell pile and keep pile, and the keep pile always is the larger pile. I don't know why I'm so fascinated by them though. Yeah, I was thinking about doing just, you know, just showing my favorite pieces because I've accumulated a lot of statement pieces. I don't know, I just, you know, I don't think I would want to wear them all day, but if you're going somewhere, oh, that's neat, Chris. You buy jewelry jars and you invite your sister over. That's neat. I have, excuse me, one on eBay and then on my Facebook, Granny Josie's shop, I have one listed. And I'm really surprised it hasn't sold because it has a sterling silver ring in there, and I have it listed for $30 plus $12.85 shipping. And when I figured it out, for all the pieces in there, it made them $1.04 each. So can't beat that. And I understand, especially even on eBay, there are people who sell jewelry bags and jewelry jars, and they end up with a lot of junk and they're dirty, and they've been disappointed. It's taken me a long time, but I found two sellers on eBay that I have never been disappointed with their jewelry. And I will buy lots from them and then either sell them singly or make my jars or bags. That it is disappointing when you buy a jar and you find out there's junk. I noticed today when I went to Savers, they had two huge bags, but one was $34.95 and the other was $59. And even if I could afford to do that, I wouldn't, because the couple of jars that I bought from them, oh, it's been a year now, it was all junk. Actually, one jar, I threw all away. I couldn't even save it for a craft lot or for my jewelry art. It was just a waste of money. So even looking at these, I thought, well, I couldn't afford $59 for a bag of jewelry, but I just wouldn't, because I was so disappointed in what I bought there previously. Yes, when you find a reliable source, and this lady is so neat. Yeah, it is disappointing. We work hard for $59. And just, at least if you could use it for crafts, it's not, feel so bad. But when it's not even, usable for crafts. And for my jewelry art, I like rhinestones, some of the colored stones. I don't like just all beads. So I just walked past it and thought, well, I'm not going to be the sucker that buys those. So, and the one lady I buy from on eBay, I wrote to her not too long ago to see if she had any, rhinestone lots for crafts, because I had bought one before several months ago, and she didn't have any more. But about a week later, I received a little package that she just sent me free, that some rhinestones that she found, and I thought that was so fantastic. Oh, thanks, Chris. Yes, I don't send anything out that I wouldn't use or wear myself. I just couldn't. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I just couldn't sleep at night if I sent junk out. I naturally, some of those people, I mean, they feel like, yeah, maybe they make more money than some of us, but the return customers are the best. And once you buy from somebody and you get junk, you're not going to go back and buy from them. So I'd rather have return customers than just the one time. Yes, Dawn, it really is. It took me a long time to find these two ladies. It really did. I mean, I was disappointed several times, but I'm not one of those that blame, like, say, oh, it's just eBay. No, it's not just eBay. It's a particular seller. Just like, as a seller, most of the customers I have are fantastic, but once in a while I get one that's a pain in the butt. And that's human. That's, you know, even if you were in a retail store, you would run across the same thing. But like I said, it takes time to find reliable people. And what you do on eBay, if you're going to buy, say, jewelry or whatever, buy a small item first and see how that seller handles it. Read the feedbacks. And sometimes got to realize there's some people that complain about everything. But if the seller has a lot of feedbacks and their volume of sales are not high, but they still have a lot of negative feedbacks, then, go and find another seller. I always read the feedbacks, and also I read the feedbacks that they leave for other people, because you can kind of figure out maybe their personality. I've said a million times I should have been a detective instead of a nurse. I love to figure out people. But like I said, there are a lot of good sellers on eBay. You just have to be really careful. But I won't buy jewelry jars from Savers or Goodwill. I just, can't afford just to buy junk or things I can't even use for my crafts. So but it just takes time, and we learn sometimes through hard knocks. I have been fortunate on eBay, but I am picky. That's good that you're picky. I am too. Like I said, that when I first started buying from other people on eBay, um, actually I started buying and started on eBay in 2003. And to get my feedbacks, I bought little items, and now I think I'm up to 3,702 or 3, I don't know, feedback. So, but that, like I said, I advise that when you buy something and you're not familiar with the seller, just buy a small, inexpensive item and kind of see how they handle things. Well, everyone, I think I will let everyone go. Not more people that are just looking for that all my. Yes, Dawn. Money and greed, I've always said, is the ruination of this world. People are so money hungry and greedy. Now we have to survive, so we need money to live. But when they put money before ethics and how they handle things. Okay, Sandra, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Anyway, everyone have a wonderful evening, and I hope you'll take the time to watch my DIY videos. And like I said, if I have enough comments in the comment section over the next few weeks, people still want to see my pop-ups, I will do one occasionally. Hi, Farmal. It's good to see you. It's always nice to have a man in the chat. And so, everyone, I appreciate you stopping by. And have a great day or great night. And we'll see you soon. God bless you. Bye, everyone.